How's it going, everyone? My name is Joe Marisaw. I am the writer and editor of the stories of the Sacred Naomi Rice. I am currently 27 as of March 17th, 2022. I was 27 when I originally wrote this introduction, and I was probably 15 when I originally wrote the script. I was born and raised in New York. I was married, and we have a son. I wrestled and played football in high school. I am an Eagle Scout. I was born and raised LDS or Mormon. I do not believe it answers all my concerns, but I do believe it teaches good principles and morals. Because of how I was raised, a lot of my literature will reflect Mormon theologies or mythologies, however you want to take it. I am not a good orator. I don't have a silver tongue. I often stutter and mumble, which I probably have a couple times in the last 30 seconds. Most of it is my fault. I always chose to remain silent while others spoke, even when the conversation moved on, and my point was now irrelevant. I believe that I was always being attacked because of my size. I'd be too fat or just too big in general. People always looked at me like I was the bad guy because I was a big guy. They all thought I was the dangerous one just for being big. And unfortunately, if I did react, I would be that bad guy. And I would have proven them correct. So naturally, I remained quiet and to myself. This only caused people to think I was more dangerous because I wouldn't speak often. So I found writing. I found out that I was good at it. Throughout my high school experience, I was always more focused on writing and English class than any other subject. I was always writing origin stories, plots, potential series. I'd be adding more and more characters. When I drew on the occasions I did draw, I draw weaponry, character designs, vehicle hideouts, vehicles, hideouts, everything and anything I could related to my characters. Most of the characters I have created are based off of personalities or characteristics of someone I know. People who inspired me or impressed me enough that I thought it would be cool to have an entire story based upon what he or she can do. After I graduated in 2012, I enlisted in the Army. I was deployed twice, once to Afghanistan, once to Kuwait. I know any veteran viewers will be like, Kuwait's not a real deployment. You're right, but still it counts. While I was in the Army, I was primarily an M249 SAW machine gunner. Both superiors and buddies of mine often said my actual last name wrong. I had a sergeant once who called me Bonesaw, like Randy Savage from the Tobey Maguire era of Spider-Man. Then a buddy of mine once said Mary Saw, and the name stuck. So saying Mary Saw is easier than actually saying my actual last name. I only did my required 3 years and got out to the civilian life again. I was a correctional officer. I was one from 2016 to 2020. After about a year working as a correctional officer, I applied to attend college. I went to first shift or graveyards or night shift, however you want to interpret it. I did this so I could work at night and go to school during the day. Unfortunately, after 3 semesters, I did not meet the minimum GPA to continue attending the university. Because I was still on graveyards but not attending school, I wanted to make the most of my shift. I decided to get back into my literature. The way I used to write my characters and stories, I thought was too cliche and dull, too superhero-like, too far-fetched, if you will. Since I've gone back into writing, or rewriting my stories, I have been working on making my stories more realistic, as well as remaining captive, and maintaining the original concepts of what I wrote. I've also been rewriting my characters in a way that people can latch onto them, because hopefully the characters are more believable and hopefully more relatable. Until my characters are set and stories are published, I will discuss the universe I have created for my literature. Those will be in upcoming videos or publications soon. I appreciate your attention and your support.